Hello, I'm Surah Swaleh. Welcome to Celebrity Essential. Today we're going to interview Steve-O from the TV show and movie Jackass. He's in London today to promote his stand-up tour and his new autobiography. So stay tuned when Celebrity Essential will give you an exclusive interview with him. So thank you for joining us today, Celebrity Essential.
Thank you for joining me.
You're here in London today for your stand-up tour. So what's been the favourite part about doing the tour so far?
Well, I've been doing this stand-up tour for quite a while, since November of last year. My favorite part? I don't know, I just like going to vegan restaurants everywhere. That's my favorite thing, finding new, cool vegan restaurants.
So what do you do every night to make it more entertaining, like to excite yourself, because it's going to be a bit, routine-full?
Well, tonight what I've done to excite myself is put together an amazing list of songs to play in the house as people come in. And I've really kept you guys waiting for quite a while, as I selected such hits as Betty Davis Eyes by Kim Carnes, Oh What a Feeling from Flashdance, Don't You Want Me by the Human League. There's some serious hits on Cool It Now by New Edition. I mean, by the time I get on stage, this crowd is going to be hot.
So how come you chose mostly 80s music, and don't you like music now, like Lady Gaga?
I like it now, but there's something just like goofy and fun and funny about 80s music for me.
Okay, and what's your favourite stunt that you're going to do today?
I don't know, they're all so different. You know, the stunts, I like to play with fire. And there's been times when I do this thing where I bleed, and I bleed all over myself, and sometimes when the attempt to burn the disc failed, the drive couldn't whoa. Well, this is a crisis. Yeah, I mean, I like to evoke different responses, you know. That make people laugh is great. It makes me feel great. And I love to make them sort of shriek, and I love to make them clap, and I love to make them cheer. You know, like, it's all, I guess cheer and clap are kind of the same. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Will you be getting the crowd involved with any of the stunts?
Yeah, my buddy Brad, he's gonna, I'll light my head on fire, and he'll spit a big mouthful of lamp oil at my head. And he's never done it before. He's never done anything even remotely. I'm more worried about the 80s house music walking in than teaching him how to breathe fire. He's going to be spitting it at my head.
You've also written an autobiography called Professional Idiot, a memoir.
Right.
So, did you choose that title because that's how you perceive yourself as an idiot, or is that just what you think you perceive you as?
I chose the title because I do idiotic things for a living. You know, I act like an idiot for a living, so I think it's a perfectly appropriate title. The different ones that I was throwing around, the first one that anybody liked that I came up with was called Playing Dumb. And I thought that just came off really lame, because no one wants to hear someone tell them like how smart they are. They're playing dumb. I'm just like pretending to be dumb, guys. Really, I'm not that dumb. You know, like, that's totally douchey to try and say that, you know? And so I came up with that, and everybody liked it, and I was like, no, fuck that, I hate it. So I was like, professional idiot.
How long does it take you to write the book?
Well, in all reality, it took a lifetime, really. But from when I first started on the proposal, it was about 2 years. Yeah, from when we had to deal with the publisher, I actually started writing the book. The book. It took around 9 months, like 10 months maybe. It's a lot of work. Yeah, it really is a lot of work.
And going back to your early years, was there somebody in your life that kind of motivated you to keep going, like succeeding with this sort of...
There's a girl that dumped me when I was in college. She said she was looking into her future and she couldn't see me in it. Because I was going nowhere, she said. I was going to be a loser. But she wanted to be able to have things.
Have you seen her since?
Sure, yeah. I'm actually friends with her. It's cool, but it was a real motivating thing because I really wanted to prove to her that I wasn't a loser, you know? And every year Like, I mean, that was actually when I first started filming crazy stunts. Was I kind of wanted her to worry about me, and I wanted to like show her this, you know, and I was just like expressing my angst from when she broke my heart. So, like, I went from like jumping off diving boards at the pool at the University of Miami to like jumping off apartment buildings into like pools, you know, like off like rooftops. Like, oh, look at me, I'm crazy, you know. And when I showed people like the video footage from those stunts, like they were genuinely like man, you're fucking nuts, and I was like, dude, I'm onto something, because the way people were reacting, and I was like, this is going to be a career. Nobody else believed me. I don't know if I really believed myself, but I was going to either become successful being a crazy maniac with a video camera, or I was going to die.
Yeah, so you were born in Wimbledon,
right?
But you grew up in different places.
Right, yeah, I grew up in 5 different countries.
So would you ever think about coming back to Wimbledon and living there permanently in the UK?
I was born in Wimbledon, but my family was living in... I was born in Wimbledon, but my family was living in Putney, I believe, at the time when I was born.
So would you prefer the UK or America to live?
I don't really have too much preference. I'm pretty well happy anywhere. It's amazing how expensive it is to live in London. You know.
Very true.
Yeah, like I remember I was at went to the ATM machine.
Yeah.
And I was like, how much money am I going to take out? I was like, I'm really not going to need money. I'll probably like use my credit card. And I was trying to figure out like how much money to take out. And I was like, oh, I'll just take out 100 quid, you know. And before I got home, like when I got home, I had to tell the cab driver, oh, dude, I don't have enough cash. Take me to the ATM machine again. And I didn't really do shit. I was like, man, you really go through your money in London.
Yeah. Is there anything that you look back in your life and regret now?
You know, there's nothing I've done for work that I really regret. You know, it's all been. Yeah, I don't regret like stapling my balls to my leg or anything like that. You know, the stuff that I regret is stuff I did in my personal life, and had I not done all that stuff to regret, then I wouldn't have ever been like horrified with myself enough to change for the better, you know.
Yeah.
So I've done a lot of regrettable things, and I'm grateful for them all because they've ultimately made me into a better person. Still a douchebag, but a recovering douchebag. That was the other title for my book. I thought would be good.
Douchebag.
No, Confessions of a Douchebag.
We asked some of your
That's really the best title.
See that in the shops, can't you?
Yeah, Confessions
New York bestseller.
Yeah, Confessions of a Douchebag.
We asked some of your fans on Twitter if they had anything to ask you, and one girl who's called Another JB13, she asked, when you are around alcohol and cigarettes, what do you do to resist the urge of the addiction?
You know, like, it's pretty simple. If I'm going to be around, or if I'm going to be around alcohol and people drinking alcohol, it's important for me to check my motives. Why am I in that situation? Ask myself, do I have a legitimate reason for being in this situation? And if I do, then by all means, there's no reason why I shouldn't either. You know, and I guess that doesn't really answer the question. I don't know. I do what I need to do, and I don't try to hang around. You know, the answer is I get away from it. You know, I don't hang out in bars. You know, it's probably.
You surround yourself with the right people now.
I do a pretty good job of staying connected to good influences. Yeah.
And the next question is from SJW_22. She asks, she'd love to know your advice for friends trying to get someone to get clean, the approach that they would use.
Yeah, I wish there was some magic way that you could give somebody the willingness to get clean. You know, there's books about it and stuff, you know. Like you can look up books about it. And the sad truth is that really, in a lot of cases, you have to let go. Like, now let me re-answer this. If you have a loved one who needs help, the only thing that you can do is cease to enable this person. You have to look at your own behavior and ask yourself, what are you doing anything to contribute to this person's habit? You know, are you giving them money that they're going around and spending on drugs? You know, like, are you, yeah, there's a lot of different ways that people contribute. But if you want to help the person, what you have to do is stop contributing to the problem and start contributing to the solution. And that's hard for a lot of people, you know. Like what that means for a lot of parents is that they have to kick their kid out of the house, you know. And that's like the hardest thing for a parent to do. And that's why they have support groups for family members and loved ones of alcoholics and addicts. Because it's the most unnatural thing you can do to cut off someone that you love. But it's what you need to do a lot of the time, is to stop contributing to their disease. And getting into a support group for those people, you know, is good.
Okay. Thank you for that, by the way.
Uh-huh.
The next question is from your biggest fan, and she really loves you. She asked you a question. She's called Emily Pilotta. She asks you, when are you going back to Adelaide?
I don't know. I was just in Adelaide. I just finished an Australian tour like just a month ago.
I want you to go back if she misses you.
She misses me? Okay.
She loves you.
Alright. I don't know. I think that if she wants to see me very soon, she might do well to come this way. It's her turn.
Okay, and last question was from me. You said in the other answer you gave about parents having to kick someone out if they need to get the support they need. So apparently you were homeless as well?
Sure, yeah. I spent a good 3 years. Now I wouldn't call myself homeless in that time. Like reflecting on it, I think I was more of a couch surfer. It's a big difference.
So how did you survive then? Like how did you get through that?
There were, you know, I would go into like a supermarket and I would steal like some Franks or something, you know, like yeah. Well, first when I would get hot dogs, yeah. Right. What I would do is like I would like beg like for change. Maybe I would do some kind of like stupid trick, you know, or tell a joke or something. You know, my advice to homeless people begging for change is don't just ask for change, but like tell someone a joke or something. You know, like make some kind of effort. I think you'll just get more money. You know, like do some kind of trick or tell some kind of joke. But don't give them like the sob story about nobody wants to be dragged down with some depressing shit. You know. But in case you tell a joke or something, whatever, and do like a trick, maybe that can flip off of something, you know. And then I would get like once I had like 50 cents, I would be able to go into a supermarket and purchase a loaf of bread for just 50 cents. Of course, like I would steal, you know, like hot dogs, and so I didn't want to get caught stealing. So what I'd do is I would go and I'd steal the hot dogs, then I'd grab the loaf of bread, I'd get in line, purchase the loaf of bread with like the 50 cents, you know, and you can get a pretty good sense while you're waiting in line and paying if they're on to you or not, you know whether or not, you know, to walk out with the stolen hot dogs. And I never got caught because I was careful like that, you know. If you're going to steal from a store, it's always a good idea to buy something.
Yeah.
Buy something really cheap and steal something else, you know. But that's a good way to make sure that nobody's on to you, you know. So then once you've done your stealing and you made your purchase, then you go like over from the supermarket like to a local convenience store where they have a microphone, or not a microphone, sorry, a microwave, you know, set up in the convenience store. And then like you open up your hot dogs and you put them in the microwave, and sometimes they'll even have a toaster. And you can toast your bread, and then you put it all together, and you use their condiments. So you've got all your ketchup and your mustard, and you have a huge meal, maybe even a couple meals for 50 cents.
Well, okay, that's pretty good advice, actually.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for your time, Steve, and I wish you the best of luck with your tour. And
Well, thank you. I'm sorry I kept you waiting so long.
It's fine.